Hi, I'm in a back lane of Waterford City, and I'm here because one of you said to me that she wandered down this lane lately, and there's a place here that I should go and check out. It's called Outpost Creations. So I've decided it's just up here. I'm going to go in and have a look.
Way I do stuff. At the moment, I'm actually in the process of moving everything around, but I have a big spaceship here from a film set that we've recently finished. Yeah, I'm literally just after taking off some back walls.
Can you tell me a little bit about where we are?
It's my company I started about 2.5 years ago, making props, replicas, cosplay items. I'll just put on the lights in the cabin for a second, you might get a better idea.
Genuine floor.
Yeah, these are plastic pallets.
I was just going to say, are they plastic pallets?
Yeah, it's a mainstay of sci-fi films to use pallets. In
is it?
Yeah, most sci-fi films you'll find pallets in there somewhere.
This is great.
Yeah, we had graphics on the screens as well. I wired up all the lights. They're just very simple, you know. They just turn things on and off. You know what I mean? That's all really. So like everything else then was kind of either made or constructed. Like this is 3D printed.
Brilliant.
You know, found objects, scrapped objects or whatever, and just making them look functional. You know, and fit the scenario we need.
Were you that kind of young fella?
I was always making stuff, always. I always said to people in here, kind of, you know, life got in the way, you know, kind of stopped me from keep going in that path, and I kind of regret that a little bit, you know. But like I spent, 14 years like kind of doing shift work and stuff, and didn't really have much time to do much other stuff. After all that kind of came to an end, I decided that I was going to try and do something I really liked. So and this is my business now, you know, so unfortunately we had COVID as well, but hopefully we'll get there, you know what I mean. I'll still be able to make this happen, you know.
What was the shift working?
It was in Waterford Crystal.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, gosh.
After the closure of the factory, then I volunteered for a local haunted house for a charity, and I just started making small props for them, and eventually I was, after I think it was 4 or 5 years, I've been making full rooms and stuff like that for them, you know, for their event.
And did you make lots of mistakes, or were you good from the word go?
We have to make mistakes. We don't learn unless we're making mistakes. That's the way I see it, you know. Everything is trial and error, you know. And you get better at stuff. Like, you kind of have to leave stuff go as well. Like, I'm very critical of what I do, you know. I mean, and I'm very hard on myself, but I can see other people come in and then they'll say that's fantastic and they're happy with it, and you kind of have to accept that you've done what they've wanted, you know.
Isn't there a term, what is it, perfection is the enemy of getting things done or something, isn't it?
Yeah, well, like a good deadline is you know, I mean, I know people dread them, but you need them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you do.
There's a time when you have to hand it over, even though you might not be totally happy with it, but kind of the way I look at it now is the next one, we learn from that, and then the next thing we do, we'll have something better, you know. So.
Right. Oh look, and you have the funny doors, those slidey doors as well.
Yeah, they work from the outside, so we have two people, like just like the old Star Trek.
Is that how the old Star Trek did it?
Yeah, it literally was two people on the outside closing the doors, because
don't spoil it on me.
as I have said to a few people here, if you have a machine doing that, they don't understand the word ouch. This is kind of like a scanner device, so again, made from found objects. That's from the inside of a washing machine.
Is it?
No. This is all part of the job. At the moment, mostly commissions and stuff are coming in now at the moment. That's the way I kind of started, just doing commissions for cosplay, and it's kind of moved on a good bit from that as well. Like now I'm doing stuff for movies and small movies here.
So you're a seamstress as well, can you
I've only started sewing. My wife is the seamstress, and she made the Pennywise costume that's outside. I had to sculpt. They obviously didn't want to harm any animals in this film, but they had to prepare a squirrel for consumption. And in the film they had to remove its head. So they didn't want to harm any animals or do anything like that. So I sculpted the squirrel originally in clay and took a mould, and then I cast it into a latex. So this is a latex copy.
What's the bad stuff about it? Is there anything bad that goes on, or anything you dislike that annoys you about it, or
about the
just the business
craft? Again, people probably sometimes don't appreciate the work that goes into something. Like, you know, they'll compare it to something mass produced.
So the cosplay people know that you take them seriously then when you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've often said it about, you know, cosplayers, like it's just their love of character gets them to learn so many different techniques, like, you know, and materials. Like, you know, they want to recreate a character from head to toe, like, and then you go, oh yeah, there's leather work, you know, there's armour, there's belts, buckles, you know, weapons and stuff like that, and they learn how to make them all just because they love a certain character. So you know, a lot of them will actually go through the same process I do. They learn as they go, and again, it's just their love of the fandom that gets them through all that, and they try and do their best, you know.
It helps a lot of them get through difficult times as well.
Yeah. There's a lot there as well. Like, I mean, there's a lot to be said for, you know, getting into another character. It's like, you know, you're not only doing that, you're getting out of your own character, if you know what I mean, as well, you know. So, and then you go to a Comic-Con, and I know people can kind of ridicule it a little bit because it seems kind of nerdy and weird and whatever else. It's people having a great time, you know what I mean. They're with people that they know who are have their own fandoms. They're not all the same, you know what I mean. They have different things that they like, but they're all out celebrating that as well, like, and that's what it is, like, you know. Sounds a bit corny, like some people say you should be going to Hollywood. I said no, I'm bringing it here. It's just it does sound a bit corny when I say it now, but anyway, I've had people come in and stand in there and kind of go, I can't believe this is in Waterford, and they are excited, you know. So it's just kind of like somebody just walked down the side street, next thing you know they're in a spaceship, you know. So